Marvel Studios is pushing on ahead, delivering 4 to 5 series based on Marvel characters to Disney Plus just in the first year. Beyond that, we know they're looking to expand that even further, so they can literally have something coming out just about every week. Now, some of you will say, well, wasn't that kind of like what it was before with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all those other series? And technically, you wouldn't be wrong. And shockingly, there's still actually some TV series left over from the old era before Marvel Studios canceled everything. Which brings us to Hitmonkey, which is still apparently happening on Hulu, and it's going to be real violent, and so much so that they're not even going to label it as a Marvel series. This year saw the release of MODOK on Hulu. I don't know many people that watched it, I'm sorry. Mitch watched it, I watched an episode, it just wasn't my thing. Most other people were kind of like, hey, he exists. MODOK, Patton Oswalt, and that was kind of it. It had buzz for, well, it didn't really even have much buzz. It had buzz among the fans that were excited for that type of thing for them, and that was really it. To my surprise, people were asking, hey, can you talk about Hitmonkey? What? I literally had to go look it up and be like, oh, I thought this was canceled. Like, when they canceled Tigra and Dazzler and Howard the Duck. Remember those were announced too? They were announced along with all the other stuff like Ghost Rider and Hellstrom. Hellstrom. As somebody who likes Hellstrom and really loves Satana, man, that show, still haven't seen it. Speaking of not seeing, you know what I'm not going to watch, like many of you? Hitmonkey. I'm sorry. I am so sorry to offend the 6 Hitmonkey fans in these comments. They're going to be like, yeah, you just hate Marvel. Look, I don't care about Hitmonkey. Not particularly a character that, you know, out of all the characters I like, that you could be like, man, you really like that character. Hitmonkey was never one of those. So there's that. And also, apparently, from what we're hearing, this came from EW. It's so dark in its comedic nature, in the amount of violence, and what they do, and what they say, and the action, and how over the top it is, and the jokes and everything, that this thing is not going to have that Marvel branding designation. Obviously, they're going to say, based on a Marvel character, because they have to legally. But other than that, do not look for anything else that's Marvel related in this. They do not want it associated with the bigger Marvel brand that's going on. And I get it. I 100% get it. Because right now you have that whole, you know, Marvel Studios what if going on. It's like, yeah, look at that. That's the thing right there. Look at that. That's part of the MCU. You suddenly start tossing out more Marvel content, and people might get confused. I know most people like us won't, but there will be those people that are like, watch the new one. It's like, like the people that get confused with the Inhumans and all that stuff. You know, it does happen, and I get it. Feige had nothing to do with this. It was past the point of no return when they started canceling everything, so it just kind of exists in this void, and I think that's how it's going to be. It's going to come out, and that's the last we hear of it. And I will be surprised if anybody talks about it. I will be surprised if we talk about it. Mitch, don't talk about it.